All right, Red and Whites, welcome back to another match preview. And Clive and I are here to give you our thoughts ahead of the Liverpool game on Sunday. So, Clive, mate, Saints are just above Liverpool in the table on goal difference. We're both on 44 points. They've got 2 games in hand. So, how big of a game is it going to be for us on Sunday in order for us to keep up the momentum for European qualification?
Well, it's as big as the Chelsea game. It's as big as the Chelsea game. It's so important. Can we get a few points on them? Put pressure on Liverpool. The rest of our games are pretty tough, to be honest. But this is such a strange season, and Saints have been so Jekyll and Hyde like many other teams. And you think, well, can they hit form again? It's a great result last week at Stoke. I don't think many Saints fans were that confident, but that just shows the resilience of this team to bounce back from what had been a terrible week. So why not? Why not? It's time we turn Liverpool over. We've got a good history of turning them over. There's been some absolute classics, mostly at the Dell, admittedly, but we have turned Liverpool over a few times down here. So why not?
Well, last time they came to us in the League Cup, they absolutely annihilated us 6-1. So do you think, well, I certainly hope there aren't going to be that many goals this time round.
No, they beat us fair and square. I think the result was a little bit, at 3-1 down, we had to really go for it. So, yeah, it was shit or bust. So, you don't mind. We threw what we had at them. We left big holes at the back. To be honest, the defending that night was totally shambolic. And that's something that of recent times Saints have been pretty good at. So I'm thinking it's going to be a lot tighter tomorrow.
So speaking of defence, we are going to be boosted by the return of our captain Jose Fonte and Victor Wanyama from their suspension. So how much of a boost will there be to the team, and can we expect to see Victor to go straight into the team?
I don't know if we will. I think Oriel Romeo's done a fantastic job while he's been out, and the other guys, Ward-Prowse has come in, done his bit. Stephen Davis has done his bit, much better last week. No, I don't know. I think he'd be on the bench. But I don't think he can just walk back. And that's a good message. It's a good message to send out to people. It doesn't matter how big a player you might be for the club, you're not got an automatic place, and that sums up the strength of Saints' squad.
Pella scored 2 last week. He'll be full of confidence, having sort of before last weekend he hasn't scored since November. So, do you think he can score a couple of goals again on Sunday?
Yeah, sure. Pleased for Pella. He's had a bit of stick. People have got it in their head that he's going, and I thought he did the business last week, and he was pretty unlucky not to get another one. Really, he'll be buoyed, and a bit like the team put runs together. I think Pella can put a run together. Hopefully Shane Long will feature. I think Shane Long's pace could really unsettle Liverpool's defence. I watched the United game last night, and whilst Liverpool were always a threat going forward, I thought they were quite vulnerable at the back. Really vulnerable, especially to pace. And yeah, and surprisingly, I thought our old, oh God, what's his name? Right back. Calvin Klein. No, not Calvin Klein.
Nathaniel Klein.
Yeah, Nathaniel Klein. That's the one. Nathaniel Klein surprisingly obviously gave the penalty away, and it was a pen, and a couple of silly free kicks. And that lad, that's unusual for Klein. When he was here, I thought one thing about him was you ain't going to get past him. You ain't going to get past him. Early doors, his positional play wasn't great, but he learnt a lot while he was here, and he was a very hard fullback to get past. But I thought United showed him up a little bit, and was a bit of a weakness there, really. Was it Sacco, the guy in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was decent, but in general, the keeper looked a bit uncertain, I thought. And I just thought if you could put pressure on them, that they are vulnerable. It's one of them games where, it could be a ding-dong game tomorrow. It could be a few goals, I think. Could be a 3-2.
So let's just quickly talk about some of our ex-Saints players that have gone to Liverpool. Adam Lallana. Calvin Klein, yeah. Adam Lallana, Dejan Lovren,
It's been a long day, mate. It's been a long day.
So, do you think Lovren and Lallana will get a bit of stick on Sunday?
Yeah, of course they will. They'll always get the stick. But I'd like to think that the Saints fans could concentrate on supporting our team and forget about Liverpool. The one thing at the Dow, we really used to unsettle Liverpool. Even Liverpool's best team in the 80s, we beat them 2 or 3 times. And, I mean, they really were a cracking team. And they used to hate coming to the Dow because the fans got right behind Saints, tight ground, a bit different, obviously, at St Mary's, but we can create a decent atmosphere there. And if we get up ahead of steam, put pressure on them, I think we can get a few goals. Obviously, I think Liverpool's strength is up front. If Sturridge plays, I thought he looked really good the other night. And what's the other lad?
Firmino, yeah.
Firmino, I thought was excellent. I think Firmino's going to be a very good player for them. Lallana, really, I don't think, despite, okay, a lot of Saints fans just hate him because of what happened. But looking at it, you know, in the calm light of day, he hasn't set the world on fire for Liverpool. He does good little things in the game, but when does he ever really influence a game? When does he really turn the game on its head? Not many. And he did that for us many times. So I don't think the move's been a particularly positive one for him. Lovren obviously had a nightmare start, but he has shown under Klopp that he's the player, a bit more of the player that he was down here.
Yeah, he seems to have cut out a lot of his errors that he had when he was playing under Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely.
To wrap things up, what do you reckon then? You said 3-2. Who's going to score?
So I'm going to say 3-2 to Saints. I think Pella's going to get a penalty. There you go. And Shane Long will get one. And Dusan Tadic is going to be important. I'd like to think Dusan Tadic could last the game because I think, you know, get the ball to him, let him do his tricks, make him important. He can turn. He's a bit of a forgotten man, although I think he's turned in a couple of decent performances recently. So yeah, he's an important man for me tomorrow.
There you have it, guys. Those are our thoughts. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the score is going to be on Sunday afternoon? If you like the video, drop it a like and subscribe to the channel.
Cheers, guys.
All right, Red and Whites, it's prediction time again, and we're here to give you our predicted starting 11 ahead of the Liverpool game on Sunday. So we're going to take you over to Connor, and he'll give you his first.